Hi, hello, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be going through all of my beauty products that I use pretty much on the daily or that I reach towards and gravitate towards and like grab and use, especially the makeup on my makeup desk. Yeah, and I'm just going to tell you what I think about them. I'm going to rank them. Let's get into it. So to start, I'm going to go talk about primers. I've got this Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Raising Primer. I love Maybelline, but this doesn't work for me. I don't like it. When I put it on, I've put on a lot the first time I used it, so I know what didn't work correctly because I put on way too much. After that, I used next to nothing. Didn't erase my pores. The only thing I did do was separate my makeup, my foundation in particular. So I don't love her. That's the only primer I have because I haven't really bought all the primers I like. I can't get my hands on, so that's fun. So for foundation, I've only got 5, as you can see. I'm gonna just go through them in a particular order, tell you if I like them, if I don't, how they apply, how they wear, everything. So just gonna grab this one. Okay. This is Revolution's Conceal and Hydrate Foundation with hyaluronic acid. This is beautiful to apply. It's a beautiful sheen, but it doesn't work for me. I've tried it on me. I've tried it on my mother. It's got a pump, unlike the other one, which has a doe foot, but that's not the point. I just grabbed it and did this and it opened because I forgot it's got a pump. It sinks into fine lines, pores, and texture on your face. I mean, maybe I need to try it again, but I'm not wanting to use it on a makeup look that I could look as good as this and it fails on me. I wouldn't like that personally. I would be very upset. The other foundation I grabbed was the Revolution Conceal and Define Foundation. They're both in F8, by the way. This one I love. It's matte, it's full coverage. Both of them are full coverage. Where this one is a radiant foundation, this one's matte. This foundation I love. No problems with it. Next, this isn't my shade, so this was the closest one to me. I use this. I've got a dark one and a light one. I mix them. It's the Revlon Colorstay Foundation. I like the natural finish with them, so it's for normal and dry skin. So it's got more of a satin finish, and the matte one, I don't like the matte one, but I love the Revlon Colorstay. It's also really good. Next is the Maybelline Superstay Activewear Foundation, which is what I'm currently wearing. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. It's not a favorite for me. It just doesn't sit right on my skin, but I don't hate it. Last but not least, it's my favorite foundation out of all of them. It's my favorite foundation I've tried. Is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation in the shade 128 Natural Rose. Although it says rose for the, I'm assuming it's for the undertone. It's not rose, it's not a pinky undertone, it's more neutral to olive undertone, which is great for me in summer. Now if I had to rate these from my least to most favorite, and maybe I was just applying it wrong, is the Revolution Conceal and Hydrate. Then I would say it's the Maybelline Superstay. And then I'd say that the Revolution Conceal and Define and Revlon Colorstay are tied. Then my favorite foundation is the L'Oreal Infallible. No surprise, if you know me and you're into makeup, you know I live for this, so no surprise there. Next is concealers. So for concealers, I've got a few, not a lot. I'm gonna start with Maybelline's Fit Me Concealer in the shade 15. She looks like this. This isn't a full coverage concealer, and I love my concealers to be full coverage. It's medium. I do like it. It can crease on me sometimes, so that's a downside, but I do like it. Next is the Conceal and Define concealers. One for brightening and one for cream bronzing. I haven't tried it yet, I'm still scared. So the one for highlighting is C6 and the one for cream bronzer is C13. I do like them. They are very full coverage, although they are very matte, so they can look very dry on me, which I'm not a huge fan of. But most of the time they do work very well. And then, no surprise here, if you've watched any of my videos, you will know I rave about this and love this. The L'Oreal Infallible More Than Concealer in the shade 328 Biscuit or 328 Biscuit. Sorry, I'm weird, nothing new. This is so full coverage, so pigmented. The finish is gorgeous. It's like a soft matte, and this does not crease or crack or go cakey on me. Then for setting powders and foundation powders and baking powders and everything, I have Maybelline's Lasting Fix loose setting powder. It's in translucent. I love this. It's my favorite along with this one, which is from Revolution. It's the translucent baking powder. Love it also. Both are my favorite. And then for pressed powders, I have this one, which is, I dropped it, so it's broken, so I'm not going to show you, but it's from Essence, I think. Yes, it's Essence. It's shade 10 light beige, easily not my shade, but it's what I carry around with me if I need to like set my face, which I make throughout the day, which I almost never do. And if I use like more light coverage concealer, once I've set my face, sorry I'm playing with it, I tend to put it over it just to give it a bit more coverage if it need be. If it doesn't need it, then I don't. Then another powder is from Wet n Wild. It's natural beige, looks like this, nothing special. It's just, if I don't have my Essence one, I've got this one. It's not my favorite. Then for bronzer, these are bronzer, highlighter and blush trios from Revolution. I love them. They are in the shade Ultra Sculpting Contour, Ultra Fair C01. That's what she looks like. Love it. It's a very nice shade for me. I'm not wearing it right now. I'm wearing a different one. But this is what it looks like. The blush has a bit of a reflex to it. It's like a pink with like gold shimmer. Let me show you. That's what it looks like. Gorgeous. Like, maybe I should put some on to show you. I've got some on my brush. Tap it off. Just really elevates the look and helps the blush to blend with the highlight better. Like, it's gorgeous. And it almost makes the face look more airbrushed, which is weird. Is that my imagination? Probably. Then I've got another shade, which is in the shade Ultralight to medium C04, which looks like this. I tend to use this one more for contour. Well, I'll dip ever so slightly into this and then into that one and put it on very lightly though. For another bronzing blush and highlight palette, I have my Revolution X-Rated Leary Ultimate Goddess palette. As you can see, the 9 big ones are for the face, and I've got this one on the front one and this one for contour. I love it. And I've also got the blush shade on, which is, I think, Rosé. Yeah, Rosé. And then for highlighter, I have Revolution's Reloaded Luster Lights in the shade Warm, which looks like this. It is pretty. I don't use it often because I honestly forget about it, which is a problem. I should maybe not put it underneath my eyeshadow palettes. I do actually really like it. And then I've also got the Sophie X Revolution highlighter palette, which looks like this. This is her old one. She does have new highlighters with Revolution, which look gorgeous. Then I've got Revolution's Vid Baked highlighter in the shade Peach Light, which looks like this. It's very pink tone. Like, I've got it on underneath my actual highlighter, and then I'm also wearing Sophie's highlighter palette over it because the pink was a bit too in your face. For eyeshadow palettes, I'm going to go in the order I bought them. So I've got Revolution's collaboration with Roxaurus. I don't want to say something bad about this palette, but there's not much good to say about it. Well, I think that's saying a lot. As you can tell, I dipped into this palette a lot. Colors are gorgeous. Pigmentation wise, the pigment's not there, to put it politely. I'll go into one matte. Okay, the shimmers, like the foil, gorgeous. Shimmers aren't bad, but let's go into a matte that I know has pigment. That is Cocoa. Now let's go into Blue Lagoon, which is that nice blue. Oh wow, that actually looks pigmented now. Not me trying to be honest and then this going against me. Okay, let's go into Lavender, which looks like that. As you can tell, now you can see the pigmentation. Or Lemonade, which looks like that. You can see the pigmentation. Now I'm going to swatch them for you, just to show you how the pigment is. Now, I'm going to do it on my hand. This is Cocoa. No, that's not very pigmented if you ask me. Then this is Blue Lagoon. They're very crumbly. This actually looks pigmented, but like in person, it's not that pigmented, like it's patchy. Lavender, oh my gosh. Yeah, it's like, the blue actually looks really good compared to what I remember, but it doesn't perform like that on the eye. There is Lemonade. I'm not going to say anything. I think I've said enough. The next palette is the Revolution X Tammy Tropical Carnival. I'm obsessed with this palette. But as you can see, this one's also been pretty well loved so far. Pigmentation is insane. It is an amazing palette, and if you have money to spend on it, you won't be disappointed. The next two I bought in the same order, so I'm just going to show them together and then I'm going to show them separately. It's the Revolution X Rachel Leary Ultimate Goddess face and eye palette. Then it's the Morphe X James Charles Mini palette. So this has been well loved by me. I love it. Pigmentation is insane and it's an amazing palette. And then for my James Charles X Morphe palette, the mini. So this is gorgeous. I'm sure we all know what this looks like by now. I love this palette. It's bomb and it's got almost any shade you could ever need. So if I was going traveling, that's why I bought the mini. I've got an eyeshadow palette with almost any shade I need. Next, we're gonna go into, let's do eyebrow products, because I am personally known in my friend group and anyone that knows me personally, I'm known for my eyebrows because I used to literally just wear eyebrows with nothing else. Like to school, everywhere. Yeah, let me just get them because there's a few. Okay, I don't know if these are all my eyebrow products that are on my desk, but I think so. It's just this. I say just this, like that's not a lot. So I'm gonna go in order of the ones in order of how I bought them. First off is this Rimmel one. I don't know. I've used it so much it's rubbed off and it's tiny. It's a pencil. I don't know if I would recommend this. I mean, I do love it. And I had some of my best eyebrow days with it, but also had some of my worst eyebrow days with it because the learning curve is very steep and obviously it's a pencil, so it's hard to use and it's not always sharp. So there's a lot of downsides. There's also a lot of upsides if you know how to use it and you're not afraid of going through that learning curve. But I mean, there's easier products that can give you the same results, if not better, within the same price range. Next, I have this Revlon colorstay eyebrow pencil. Oh yeah, by the way, that Rimmel one was the shade, I think black brown, and the Revlon colorstay is in the shade 220 dark brown. I don't hate this. I do enjoy this. A winding one, but literally that's all the product that's left. I didn't even realize that until now. As you can tell, it's not very skinny. It's not like a pencil, it's pretty thick. It's like, you know, your twisting eyeliners, it's the same thickness. And you can't control the pigment very well. It's a bit too pigmented. Next is Rimmel's Brow Pro Micro Ultra Fine Precision Pencil in the shade 003 dark brown. It looks like this. It's also this one's a fine tip though. I do enjoy it. It's got a spoolie, which is nice. The Revlon one also had one. And technically the pencil did too. I do enjoy this, but it's not very pigmented. So if you want like a very soft like definition to your brows, it's nice. Like, I mean, you see that? It's giving you pigment and it's giving you hair strokes, but I mean, if you press hard, you'll get more pigment, obviously. So it's nice, but I feel like if you want a lot of pigment, you have to press really hard. Next is my favorite brow products. I did leave them for last, which is Maybelline's Brow Ultra Slim in the shade black brown. I have this on right now, like just this pencil. Do you see those brows? I love this. Next is Maybelline's Tattoo Brow Micro Pen Tint in the shade 120 medium brown, and I don't think I ordered this shade. I think I got given the wrong shade when I ordered it. But it basically just gives you like micro hair strokes. Like, it's a bit warm for me. But if for like a day where I'd want to like do a little bit of a brow, but not really a brow, that's what I would gravitate towards. I do really like it though. Even though it's not the right shade, I can still make it work. Next, I'm going to go through eyeliner, starting with crayons because I've got two of these. I have Revlon's Colorstay Eyeliner Crayon. I do love this. By the way, if you do want to see me create this this like full face of makeup, stay tuned because that video is going to be coming next. Because I think I'm uploading this one, then the makeup look. So yeah. Next is the L'Oreal Infallible Stylo Eyeliner 24 hour or 24. This is the shade 300 Chocolate Addiction. It's just a twisting eyeliner. I love this. For a liquid eyeliner, I don't think there's going to be a surprise with this one, although this isn't really spoken about a lot, but it's a bomb eyeliner, I won't even lie. It's Maybelline's Hyper Easy Brush Tip Liner in the shade 800 Pitch Black, which looks like this. This eyeliner is so insane. It is pigmented, it doesn't skip, it is a brush tip. And also I've noticed something with this eyeliner. Something I like about this component is when you close it, if you don't close it properly, it bounces off. So it forces you to close it properly, which therefore means you won't dry it out, which I like. Then for lip liners, I'm going to be talking about pretty much the same shade. One's warmer and one's cooler toned. The warmer toned one, which is the one that I've had for a lot longer is Estee Lauder's Double Wear Stay in Place Lip Pencil in the shade 08 Spice. Basically the same color as my lip, although you can't tell because I've got a red lip on. And then the Rimmel Lasting Finishing Lip Liner in the shade 725 or 725 Tiramisu, which looks like this. That's what it looks like. It's not easy to get the most pigment out of it, but I really do enjoy it. Okay, for lipsticks, I've only got 5 to talk about that I usually gravitate towards. One shade I have not even worn on like a full makeup look. I've tested it. It is the Smashbox Be Legendary lipstick in the shade Pink Petal, which is a neon pink. I don't really wear like stick lipsticks often. I mostly wear liquid lips or a gloss, but I think I should get back into wearing stick lipsticks. Next is the Essence on the Catwalk lipstick in the shade 04, which looks like this. I haven't worn it. Next is my Revolution matte liquid lipsticks, which look like this in the shade Chauffeur and in the shade Ruby. Love them, recommend them. They can be very drying. And next is a matte paint lip from L'Oreal. It's in the shade 201 Hollywood Beige. It's a liquid lipstick, looks like this. I'm not going to sugarcoat this because I was really upset when I tried this. I can't stand this product. The shade is gorgeous. This is patchy, it skips. Smells good, it's comfortable on the lips. It's gorgeous. I mean, I laid this throughout the day 3 times just to get somewhat a even application of it. So I don't know what I did wrong. I don't know if I've got a dud, but it didn't work for me. Then for mascaras, there are 3 that I tend to use and love. Starting with my favorite of them at the moment, my favorite is L'Oreal's Lash Paradise. I was obsessed, 10 out of 10 recommend. I mean, if you've seen me on my YouTube channel, you've seen me use it. Next is L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara. I'm wearing it right now. It's very pretty. It lengthens and separates, whereas this one does give length, but it also volumizes. It's just like phenomenal. Them paired together is like chef's kiss. Next is Wet n Wild's 3 and 1 Prime and Seal Mascara, which looks like this. It also has a number 2, which is lash fibers, but I don't use them. I mean, you could. They are white fibers, which are now all over my room, which I mean, you can use them. I don't. Then they just like, it clumps to little balls for me. I don't know, maybe I don't use it correctly, I don't know. But this is actually really good. It doesn't really lengthen or add volume, but it coats the lashes. So if I have a day where I'm wanting to have like a no makeup day and I just want to like make my lashes pitch black, this is great for that. Next are setting sprays that I love. I love both of these and recommend both of these. It is Catrice's Long Lasting Prime and Fine Multi-Talent Fixing Spray, which looks like this. Love it. Next is Maybelline's Last and Fix makeup setting spray. It says up to 16-hour wear, matte finish. I love this. For some reason, this is my second one, so I'm assuming this is just a thing with them and it's not just me getting duds. The mist on this, while is gorgeous and fun, like look at my cap quickly. Look at that. Do you see the moisture? Do you see the... yeah. Okay, maybe it's leaking too. I don't know, maybe my pumps are duds, but it always like sprays bubbles and they fall into the cap or onto the bottle or onto my hand and onto my face. But it's pretty bad, but I do enjoy it a lot. Like it is phenomenal. It does everything it says flawlessly, and so does the Catrice, but this one just has a few problems. This one doesn't. Recommend both of them. Phenomenal setting sprays. For like eyebrow gel and like locking your eyebrows in place, I have a Pears soap which I use and love, but before I used that I had Rimmel's Brow This Way brow styling gel with argan oil. Looks like this. It's good, it works, but I'm not going to repurchase it. I've got the Pears, which works a lot better for me. I think that's the makeup I reach for on my makeup desk. Done. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.